Hey everybody, so this is just a quick little video that will remind you how to multiply rational expressions and how to divide them as well. So we'll start with multiply, then we'll go to divide. At any time, the nice thing about this is you can write down the problem, so make sure you have a piece of paper, write this problem down now, and then you can push pause at any time to try it on your own or to speed up, anything like that. So the very first thing I do, I look and I say, oh, it's multiplication, so I can just kind of leave. I don't have to like flip anything over, anything like that. But then as I look at it, I want to say, okay, is there anything I can factor? And the answer is yes. As I look right up on the top, I see right here, oops, I grabbed the wrong thing, that I can take x squared minus 36. That does simplify. So what does that simplify to? Well, what gives me x squared? And then what gives me negative 36 and adds to 0 in the middle? So that's x plus 6 and x minus 6. Then I want to go in and say, okay, how about the bottom? Is there anything on the bottom that I can simplify? And the answer is yes to that as well. So on that, x squared minus 1, what does that simplify to? X plus 1, x minus 1. All right, now I get to my times sign, so I put my times sign in, and then I look at the top up here. Is there anything that I can do with that one? Well, it's already got the 2 pulled out. Well, that was kind of nice. So 2 times x plus 1, great. But then I look at the bottom, and there is something I can do in the bottom here. It says 2x plus 12. Well, there's no x squared, but I can pull what out of both of them? 2. So 2 times x plus 6. Make sure you get x plus 6 down there. Now I'm in a place where everything is factored apart. And so, what do I start doing after that? Right? I start canceling stuff out. So I look at the top, x plus 6. Is there an x plus 6, all in parentheses I can cross out on the bottom? Yes, there is. That makes me happy. Then x minus 6. Is there an x minus 6? The answer is no, and you can't do an x minus 6 and an x plus 6. They're not the same thing. Then I go across 2. Can I cancel out the 2 and 2? I sure can. And then x plus 1, does that simplify? Yep, right here. So what is left? I look across the top. I've got an x plus 6 on the top. No, that's not x plus 6. It's x minus 6. X minus 6. And then on the bottom, I've got x minus 1. So there it is. Now the one thing that I forget to do often right away, you should always do it right away, is figure out what are my excluded values. And excluded values, those are the numbers that live on the bottom. I'll make you do them when you're just simplifying and when you're multiplying. We won't worry about dividing right now, but if I'm doing multiplying, yep, I got to do it. So there are actually 3 different excluded values. I have one from right here, I have one from right here, and one from right here. How do I find them? Well, you know that the bottom can't be 0. So you're going to take this first piece, x plus 1, and set it equal to 0. Well, what would make that 0? Negative 1. So x can't be negative 1. Then right here, if I had x minus 1 and set that equal to 0, what can x not be? X can't be 1. And then over here, x plus 6, what makes that equal to 0? X can't be negative 6 either. There we go with that. So that's a quick reminder how to multiply. If you need more than that, come on in, maybe try it again. You can also check YouTube to see if you can find some other videos that might help you with that. So just remember, you keep them all the same. Then you factor. After you factor, you see what you can cancel out. And always make sure anything that was ever on the bottom could be an excluded value. So since you originally had 3 sets of parentheses on the bottom, there's going to be 3 excluded values. All right, next one. This one, look at the sign. Is anything different? And the answer is yes, this one has division. So, a quick thought, before you can do division, think way back to when you were in 5th grade, 6th grade, if you had like 1/2 and you divided it by 2/3, what did you have to do? You kept the first one, so I have 1/2. Then you switched the sign to times, and then you reciprocal the second guy. So keep, switch, flip is what your teacher said. And so then you can simplify if possible. In this case you can't, so then you just multiply across the top, you get 3. Multiply across the bottom, you get 4. Boom, there you have your answer. Well, these questions up here, they have x's in them or variables, so it looks a little bit scary, but the process is really the same. And then we go back to the process that we did right before with the multiplication. So I keep this first one, and you should rewrite it. You have to write these on paper. If you don't, it's not going to go well for you. So x squared minus, I'm going to put a 1x there, minus 30, all over 2x plus 10. Then, right here, I change that to multiplication, and then I flip the second guy. So I reciprocal that, I get 4x squared all over x squared minus 36. Now what do I do? Now I factor. So I look up at the top, and I say, all right, x squared minus 1x minus 30. Okay, factor that. I'm going to get, let's see, because it's x squared and 30. So what multiplies to give you negative 30, but adds to give you negative 1? Got it? Hopefully you got that a while ago. So it's 5 and 6. Which one has to be negative? The negative 6. All right, so the phone just rang by there, but we fixed that. So we've got x plus 5, x minus 6. Now we look down at the bottom right here. So 2x plus 10. Is there an x squared there? There's not. If there's not an x squared or a number at the end, then you start to think, okay, what comes out of both? And hopefully you see that 2 comes out of both. X plus 5. Make sure you get the 5 there, that you pull that out of the 10. Okay, then I'm already in times, already dealt with that. Now some of you could do a couple of these steps at a time, but if you're watching this video, you probably just need to do one step at a time. All right, up here, the 4x squared, that doesn't change right now. And then I'm going to look at the bottom. I've got x squared minus 36. Hopefully you're starting to notice, oh, 36, that should set something off in your brain. And so you can factor that into plus 6 minus 6, so x and x. All right, now we've got it into a multiplication. So anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom. So x plus 5, does that cancel anywhere on the bottom? Yep, there it is. X minus 6, anywhere on the bottom? Yes. 4, does that cancel with anything on the bottom? Yes. The 4 cancels to 2 over 1. And the x squareds can't cancel, like I cannot, this x squared and this. No, you can't do that. So I'm left with 2x squared all over x plus 6. On this one, because it's division, I will not make you do excluded values, but I will tell you for your personal information that your excluded values are negative 5, negative 6, positive 6, and then this guy, 0 from this guy, because that used to be on the bottom, but because of the whole used to be on the bottom, I'm not going to actually make you do those on an assessment. So there's just a good reminder how to multiply, how to divide, and just keep working at it. It will get better. Have a great day.